Hi dear friends, how are you all? Welcome to our YouTube channel HR Tutorials India. In this video, we will be discussing about income tax slabs and calculations for the financial year 2024-25. Hope everyone knows that today is 1st February 2024, which is the date wherein the Finance Minister of India, Mrs. Nirmala, has submitted the budget for the financial year 2024-25. So in this video, we'll be discussing about the income tax slabs and the rates and the calculations for the financial year 2024-2025 for the employees. So wasting no time, let's get into the video. Income tax slab rates for the financial year 2024-25, assessment year 2025-26. As you can see, there are two regimes, old regime and new regime. Hope you have already known since last 2 years that a new regime has introduced for the benefit of employees, wherein who don't declare any exemptions. So let's discuss about the old regime and the new regime and the tax slabs. First, let's start with the old regime. So the old regime discussed about the slabs for the individuals aged less than 60 years, resident senior citizens above 60 years and below 80 years, resident super senior citizens 80 years and above. So the slab states that employees who are earning salary up to 2.5 lakhs per annum, for individuals less than 60 years it is nil, and for resident senior citizens it is nil, and for super senior citizens it is nil. Whereas the employees whose salary is in between 2.5 lakhs to 3 lakhs, the percentage is 5 for the individuals whose age is less than 60 years, and it is nil for the senior citizens whose age is between 60 years and 80 years, and it is nil for the super senior citizens whose age is 80 and above. The employees whose salary is in between 3 lakhs and 5 lakhs, the percentage of income tax is 5% for the individual whose age is less than 60 years. For senior citizens, it is 5%, and for super senior citizens, it is nil. And the employees whose salary is in between 5 lakhs and 10 lakhs, the percentage of income tax is 20% for the individuals whose age is below 60 years, and it is 20 for the senior citizens whose age is between 60 and 80 years, and it is 20% for the super senior citizens whose age is 80 and above. And finally, the employees whose salary is 10 lakhs and above per annum, their income tax percentage is 30%, whose age is below 60 years, and 30% for the senior citizens whose age is between 60 and 80, and finally 30% for the super senior citizens whose age is 80 and above. Now let's get into new tax regime. The employees whose salary is up to 3 lakhs, the tax rate is 0 or nil. The employees whose salary is between 3 lakhs and 6 lakhs per annum, the income tax rate is 5%, but that can be rebate under section 87A. And the employees whose salary is between 6 lakhs and 9 lakhs, the tax rate is 10%, and the tax rebate under 87A is up to 7 lakhs. Then comes the employees whose salary is between 9 lakhs and 12 lakhs. The income tax rate is 15%, and the employees who are drawing salary between 12 lakhs and 15 lakhs, the income tax rate is 20%. And finally, the employees who are drawing 15 lakhs and above, their income tax rate is 30%. Hope you guys it is clear the tax slabs for the old regimes and new regime whose salaries are between 0 to 15 lakhs. Income tax slab rates for the financial year 2024-25, assessment year 2025-26, new tax regime. Now let us see in detail about the new tax regime and their income tax rates. 0 to 2.5 it is nil, 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs it is 5%, 5 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs it is 10%, 7.5 lakhs to 10 lakhs it is 15%, 10 lakhs to 12.5 lakhs it is 20%, 12.5 lakhs to 15 lakhs it is 25%, above 15 lakhs it is 30%. So hope that this is clear for the employees who comes under new tax regime. Income tax slab rates for financial year 24-25, old tax regime. People who are opting for an old tax regime, the income tax slabs and the income tax rates are as follows for the employees whose age is below 60. Up to 2.5 it is nil, 2.5 to 5 lakhs it is 5%, 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs it is 20%, and above 10 lakhs it is 30%. Income tax slab rates for the financial year 2024-25, assessment year 25-26, for the employees whose age is between 60 years and 80 years. 0 to 3 lakhs is nil, 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs it is 5%, 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs it is 20%, and the employees who are drawing more than 10 lakhs it is 30%. Income tax slab rates for the financial year 24-25, assessment year 25-26 for the employees whose age is 80 and above. The employees who are drawing salary between 0 to 5 lakhs, it is nil, 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, it is 20%, and the employees who are drawing above 10 lakhs, it is 30%. Income tax slab rates for the financial year 24-25, new tax regime and old tax regime. Let us now compare old tax regime and new tax regime and what are the percentage of income tax slabs for the salary which is drawn for the corresponding financial year. 0 to 2.5 lakhs in old tax regime, it is nil for below 60 years and it is nil for 60 to 80 years and it is nil for 80 years and above. In new tax regime, it is nil and during the 24 to 24 and it is during 25-26 is also the same, that is nil. 2.5 to 3 lakhs, it is 5%, nil, nil, nil and nil. 3 lakhs to 5%, it is 5% and it is 5% which is tax rebate under section 87A, 5% and 5%. The salary between 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs, it is 20%, 20%, 20%, 5% and 5%. For salaries who are drawing between 6 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs, it is 20%, 20%, 20%, wherein new tax regime is 10% and 10%. The salaries between 7.5 lakhs to 9 lakhs, it is 20%, 20%, 20% in old tax regime and is 10% and 10% in new tax regime. Salaries between 9 lakhs to 10 lakhs, the percentage is 20%, 20%, 20% for old tax regime and it is 15% and 15% for new tax regime. Salaries between 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs, it is 30%, 30%, 30% in old tax regime, 15%, 15% in new tax regime. 12 lakhs to 12.5 lakhs, the percentage is 30%, 30%, 30% in old tax regime and 20%, 20% in new tax regime. 12.5 lakhs to 15 lakhs, the percentage is 30%, 30%, 30% in old tax regime, 20%, 20% in new tax regime. Finally, the salaries above 15 lakhs, it is 30%, 30%, 30% in old tax regime, wherein in new tax regime it is also the same, that is 30%, 30%. So dear friends, hope it is clear the income tax slab rate for the financial 24-25 for new tax regime and old tax regime. Let us understand how to calculate income tax for an employee whose salary is 8 lakhs and see what are the income tax slabs would be for the financial year 24-25. Here we can see the income tax slabs, income tax rate and the tax amount. So up to 2.5 lakhs there is no tax, that is nil. Income from 2.5 lakh to 5 lakhs, that is 5% of the differentiation of 5 lakhs and 2.5, that comes to 12,500. Income from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, the tax rate is 20% of the difference between 8 lakhs and 5 lakhs. Because the income is 8 lakhs, the difference should be taken from the income generated and the minimum slab for that specific category. That is 8 lakhs minus 5 lakhs into 20% gives 60,000. And the income more than 10 lakhs, it is 30%, but the salary is below 10 lakhs, so it is 0. So when you add up 12,500 plus 60,000, it comes to 72,500. And the cess is of 4% of the tax amount, that is 4% 72,500 comes to be 2,900. When you add up, the total income tax for the financial 24-25 is 75,400. So dear friends, hope it is clear how a income tax or the TDS is calculated for the employee whose salary is 8 lakhs in the income tax slabs for the financial 24-25. So dear friends, hope it is clear for you to understand what are the different types of income tax slabs for the financial 24-25 when it comes to old tax regime and new tax regime, and in old tax regime with separate categories of ages, that is below 60 years and 60 years to 80 years and above 80 years. Budget 2024 Income Tax Slab live updates personal finance pointers. So now let us see what all the important pointers has been projected in the budget 2024 when it comes to an employee. No alteration in the income tax rates and slabs, which states that we'll be continuing with same old income tax rates and slabs which we used to follow for the financial year 23-24. Abundance of old and pending cases related to petty tax demands, some dating back to 1962. A 50% increase in the real estate of return on investments from 2014 to 2023 due to effective inflation management. Introduction of new scheme of constructing or purchasing home for individuals, residents or renting in halls and slums. Employees claiming leave trial allowances (LTA) will reap the advantage of tourist hubs. No change in income tax slab rates in this interim budget 2024. In the live presentation of Budget 2024, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman stated, as for tax proposals, in line with tradition, I do not intend to introduce any changes to taxation or plan to maintain the existing tax rates for both direct and indirect taxes, including import duties. However, certain tax benefits extend to startups and investments made by sovereign wealth or pension funds, along with tax exemptions on specific income for some IFSC units, are set to expire on 31st March 2024. In order to ensure continuity in taxation, I propose to extend the expiration date 31st March 2025. In short, what we can say is that there is no change in income tax slabs or rates in the interim budget 2024. As per the words stated by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, that she did not intend to introduce any changes to taxation and planned to maintain existing tax rates for both indirect and direct taxes, including import duties. And in order to ensure the continuity of taxation, she proposed to extend the expiration date till 31st March 2025. So dear friends, hope you understood the new income tax slab rates for the financial 24-25, which was proposed by our Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. And what I conclude is that there are no changes in the income tax slabs, and we'll be following the same old income tax slab rates which we used to follow during the last financial year, that is 23-24, which means the tax slab rates will be same for the upcoming financial year 2024-25. So dear friend, if you have any queries or questions related to this video, please do comment in the comment section. I'll be happy enough to answer all your queries. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and share among your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.